All right. We are back in the studio today, episode 4, Fully Loaded Podcast. We have Latina Denise in the building today.
Yay.
I'd like to thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
And you are officially our first lady to be on the show. So congratulations.
I mean, I do what I can.
So, Latina she's an educator and administrator.
Oh, yeah.
She's a keto coach as well. Sweet person, beautiful woman.
Thank you.
And much more. I'll let you add to that if you'd like to just say a little something to the people.
Hi, people. I am a mom. I'm Troy's friend.
Yes.
That's what he missed. We're friends.
Certainly.
And
Indeed.
mom first. I'm a mom first to 2 teenagers.
Beautiful.
One who also went through the keto journey and did an amazing job.
Amazing. Yes.
Amazing job.
We're going to show some pictures, probably have them on the screen right now. So check that out, just by eating like a caveman.
Right.
All the weight just falls right off.
So I am excited to talk about any and everything.
Awesome. So I guess let's get this out the way, right? How's COVID-19 affected you? Affected your life over the last few months?
So with COVID-19, I had to work from home. And working from home, the kids are e-learning from home. I don't like it. I like people. I want to go outside. I want to bother my coworkers. I want to go in their office and I don't like it.
Me neither. Not at all. I'm tired of wearing masks.
Yes. You can't breathe.
Yeah.
I can't breathe in a mask. It makes absolutely no sense. But
speaking of I can't breathe, let's move into that, right?
Absolutely. Here we go.
Right. So, everything that's going on.
Right.
The racial climate in America. We have a racist president. Mm-hmm. He's not like all the way out there like KKK racist, but he's racist enough. We have a lot of this police brutality going on, which has always been going on. It's
right.
just being recorded more and shared on social media platforms now. And then, we had the riots, the looting. We had the 2 rednecks murdered Ahmaud Arbery recently. Mm-hmm. We have Breonna Taylor got murdered in her house.
Wow.
We have George Floyd, of course. We can't forget him.
Right.
And countless others, right? If I was naming them all, we'd be sitting here just naming names all day. And I would need a list because my memory's not that sharp. So, it's a lot of them. And each one of them are very important. Their lives are very important. So would you just speak to that? What's your take on everything that's going on right now?
Oh, man. So I had a friend tell me the other day that they don't like what's happening. However, they feel like George Floyd should not be used as a martyr. They feel like Breonna Taylor should be the face of it all. And I expressed to them, George Floyd's video was the breaking point.
Right.
That's what you don't understand. It had nothing to do with what went on with Breonna or anyone else. His video was the breaking point for a lot of people, and not just people that look like us. There were a lot of people who don't look like us that had enough at that point.
Right.
And I think in this upcoming election, I really wish people would stop looking at the line. They always say our country's divided. We're so divided. There's black versus white. There's this and there's that, where there's Republicans versus Democrat. How do you fix a country when you've already separated a country?
Right. Yeah.
So give me a ticket where there's a Democrat and a Republican on the same ticket and let me vote for them. Like, cross the line. Why do we have to be black and white? There's a gray area.
Yeah, definitely. I've been voting green for the last 2 elections.
Absolutely.
Just because, I kind of agree with some of their politics, and I believe that climate control and the planet is very important.
Yeah.
But it's more just like a slap for me to just snub the Democratic Party
Absolutely.
with my one little tiny vote. I don't believe in not voting. So
Your
I'm
vote
like,
matters.
yeah, right. Yeah. So and people are saying that okay, we know that both sides are bad.
Right.
So everybody's like, well, you got to vote Democrat, because if not, Trump wins.
Right.
So a vote for the Green Party, basically, or an independent or a write-in candidate. They're saying a vote for them
Yeah.
is like
A direct vote for Trump.
Right, right. So
Yeah.
I get that, but
I have a bigger problem with Mike Pence than Donald Trump.
me too.
So I think people fail to realize if Trump leaves, you have a massive issue in Mike Pence.
You're a Indiana resident, so
I am.
when Pence was he governor?
Everyone had fire Mike Pence signs all in their yard. Fire Mike Pence. And as soon as he hit the Trump ticket, they changed it to Trump Pence. No one likes Pence. They just jumped on a bandwagon, a Republican bandwagon.
Right.
And it's unfortunate.
Yep.
But if there was a Republican and that was running and they look like something I wanted to see, I would vote Republican.
Right. And it's about, to me, it's about their politics and their issues. And then a lot of times they come out one way, and then once they get in the office, they do they do a complete 180, and then they do whatever they want to do anyway, including your boy Obama.
Absolutely.
He was like, "Look, I'm about to change everything. Change is here." I'm like, all right, bro. So I voted for him.
And then you realize he was the tail and not the head.
Yeah, exactly. I like how
Okay.
you said that. So I like Obama. He's handsome. So I hear.
He is. Hey, Barack. Okay.
So he's very articulate.
Yeah.
He's charming. I think he has a good heart and everything, but just speaking to him is like, just speaking on him, I'm just saying that because that's what they do. They smooth talk us, and then, as soon as we turn our back, they punch us in the back of the head.
I told someone the other day it's kind of like voting for whoever lies to you the best.
Yeah.
You are the
ooh,
best liar.
Ooh.
I choose you.
right? That's like that's like, a woman chooses the best liar too.
Oh, my. Ooh.
And speaking of that,
Oh.
hey, a man too, for that matter. It's like
Absolutely.
Okay. One comedian, I can't think of his name. He says when you meet somebody for the first time, like, you don't really meet them; you meet their representative. So
Then that skin sheds. That snake skin comes off.
Yeah, so you meet their representative, and they send them in, and they got on their best clothes.
Yes.
Their best smile. They're telling all the funniest jokes and buying you stuff, and then, like you said, that skin sheds. You meet,
Oh, my.
then you meet the real them.
Ooh.
Man, I've been that guy. You know what I'm saying? I've been that guy who, show up as a representative and
Absolutely.
give my best forward and then break somebody's heart. And that's something I really regret. Is not being forthcoming in all my relationships and
Oh,
honesty.
my goodness. The best thing ever is to have someone, meet someone, and they tell you every single thing about them.
Yeah.
It's not, for me, it's a major trust thing, but only in certain situations. When I meet you, you're going to know this is me. This is my past. This is where I come from. This is who's in my circle. Take it or leave it.
Right.
Because my village is my village.
Yes.
So when you meet someone that's that forthcoming
Yeah.
and you vibe and you give them all of you, and then all of a sudden this happens too, there's a shift because then someone in their circle turns out to not be someone that they expected them to be.
Oh, interesting.
So for instance, an ex is an ex, but your ex finds out that you have someone and you're actually really interested in this someone, then all of a sudden your ex becomes a what if. And they start reaching. What if we missed this
man.
part? What if we forgot this?
Yeah.
I am not a fan of backtracking.
Yeah.
So been there, done that. Probably wrote a book.
Yeah.
Definitely wrote a book or two.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I have a hard time with people. Not saying that it's a choice. It's a choice. But for me, it depends on how the relationship ends. Generally, or how you go into something is how you're going to end it. So, yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. With that being said, relationships are tricky things, and you said something very important: being forthcoming, being transparent, and that's what makes a strong relationship. That's what builds trust. I used to have a gambling problem,
Okay.
and I probably still do.
Okay.
And to be honest,
Yeah.
I'm glad the casinos are closed.
Oh no, they're starting to open. No, I'm not gonna tell you that.
Oh yeah, they're starting to open.
They're closed.
When? What time?
It's only 6 people in the building.
Yeah, but anyway, like that being said, like I used to have a gambling problem, and
Okay.
and then I was like in my last relationship, I was like hiding money and doing all this stuff,
Okay.
and then if I would win, I wouldn't say nothing about it. I would just tuck that money off to the side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then when I lose, I don't say nothing about it. Just like,
Never
shift some
happened.
finances around. but that can be done in many different ways.
Yeah.
So I stopped cheating, but I was gambling.
Absolutely.
So I was not being forthcoming in that way.
Yes.
And that's when the trust and the communication breaks down. So have you dealt with that? Like someone being, and you don't have to be too specific. But
Oh man. Relationships and Latina Denise are just not great. Okay, I would say now that I'm back to being me, I had to get divorced to find myself.
Yeah.
And it was one of those moments where I don't care how you feel, I lost me in you. Never lose yourself in someone else, because
Wow.
once you lose you, that's it. All you're doing is you're settling for whatever they bring to the table. And that's never okay. And once you figure that out, people are going to walk with you or they're going to fold. And that's how you learn who was there from the beginning or who was there to benefit from what you had to offer. Take that. You need that.
Okay. Thank you.
You need that nugget.
Yeah.
But,
definitely.
Yeah, I have been cheated on several times. I came into a relationship not knowing that the person had someone else. And so they were in the process of trying to end it with that person, but they claimed they didn't like confrontation, so they didn't know how to do it. So they just stopped talking to them. However, they were in all the same circles, church, work. So that becomes impossible, and it's going to come out.
Yeah, definitely.
So it came out, and I was dumbfounded. And at that point, it's too late for me because I was very pregnant. So what do you do in that moment?
Wow, with your first child?
Yes, first child, which I end up losing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
My
And
condolences.
so make sure you're not marrying someone for convenience or because someone else told you to.
Yeah. Right.
You should get married because you're pregnant. You should get married because you got her pregnant. You should get married because you're living together.
Right.
These are what they did. That's what they did.
Yeah.
And they struggled through it. 50, 60 years of marriage. And out of 50, 60 years of marriage, 20 to 30, you've been cheated on the whole time. Whether
Right.
male, female, whoever's doing the cheating,
Yeah.
you're miserable. So at some point, you have to choose you.
Right.
So no, relationships are different.
Yes.
I am really I feel like loyalty is a choice. So when I'm in, and I'm really loyal to whoever I'm with.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot for me to give you me,
Yes.
because I know if I give you me, I'm not going to give it to anybody else. So,
You know, and just going back a little bit about marriage, right? And my thing is, and I'm sure you share this belief, is that getting married doesn't fix anything. It's like everybody's like, well, put a ring on it, and then you'll fix everything. But that relationship, the only thing that does is you're signing a legal contract. It doesn't change your relationship. It's like if he was cheating before you got married, or he was gambling before, saying, baby, let's get married and everything, we're gonna live happily ever after, like you were saying, is just because of social mores or social pressure or living up to the status quo. I think that foundation should be laid, married or not. Marriage is a beautiful thing.
it is.
And I'm not knocking marriage, but at the same time, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't fix anything. It's if you didn't have a strong foundation before you signed the contract, you're not going to have one after.
Absolutely.
It's not a magic trick.
It's a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah. Either or a cost or a mask.
Yes, I forgive you, so let me give you something so you can shut up.
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of times that happens. Like women use sex in that arena. Like you
True.
do something that you shouldn't have done. You get caught. Okay, let me figure it out. Let me make you a T-bone steak and and throw my ass in a circle, pretty much. And then on the same token, like men do the same thing. Let me come in with flowers. It's all the same. It's a
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
Yeah. It's a Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
And speaking of that, flowers, I was thinking about recently having a conversation about holidays,
Okay.
birthdays, Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
Sweetest Day,
Yeah.
Christmas.
Man-made.
Right? And it's like, okay, you neglect me all year
Ooh.
and try to make up for it on a birthday. Like, we're going to make this day special, baby. But, everything else has been dry and so and I say that for relationships, for our kids, for whatever. We're like, look, kid, you don't get nothing from me all year, no attention.
Then
But
Christmas.
Now it's Christmas. What you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's unfortunate. I would rather you present me with peace and a vibe. You don't ever have to come in the door with a gift if you always have peace, presence, and a vibe.
wow.
So, I had someone recently buy me flowers. And at first, I would say, I hate flowers. Because I had an ex that gave me flowers and another girl's flowers on the same day.
Oh man.
Right? And
Yeah.
I hate flowers. It wasn't the flowers, it was the person.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
when these flowers came, it so happened to be a flower that I researched. And that research showed the meaning of it. And it matched me perfect. And I went,
Was it a orchid?
it was a Japanese one.
Really? A Japanese orchid?
Yep.
I knew it. I'm psychic. Bam.
He's a psychic. He got it. Surprise.
Wow. Japanese orchid. Wow. And what does that flower mean, if you don't mind?
Stability, beauty, rest, reassurance, and unlimited wealth.
Oh, wow. Man.
Now, when I need to sit in
You're
that,
so sharp.
I'm telling you, I got it. I got sauce. But yeah, no.
Yeah, so okay, so I know you do some keto coaching and
Yay.
you've been through over a couple of years you've been on the keto keto diet, which is like people say diet, but it's really just a lifestyle choice.
Right.
And tell us a little bit about keto for those who may have never heard about it.
Okay, so keto is low carb, high fat. You basically want to get your carbs under 15 a day. And which is really hard to do because you can grab 6 chips out of a bag and you hit your 15. And if you're me, you're not happy with 6 chips. So there's a lot of fruit that we eat. We always claim fruit and vegetables are really, really healthy for you, but the sugar that comes in most of our fruit will keep you overweight. You can be keto and still be vegan or vegetarian. You just need to choose different fruit options, like anything that ends in berry,
Right.
anything green,
And not too much of the
and
berries.
not too much of the berry. But
Right.
so, and I actually tested the keto theory several times. I gained weight back intentionally the first time just to see how long and how much. It took 6 months and I gained 11 pounds. So it don't just come right back on you. And I was
Wow.
at Crenshaw's Donut Shop in Crown Point with maple donuts with maple bacon on it. Okay, I was
Oh,
excited
wow.
and happy. Donuts. And then this time, I put on 11 pounds because I have a trainer that's helping me shift my body weight to where I want it to go, as opposed to surgery. We're working to shift, and we are actually doing a great job at it. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, I
She's
agree.
great.
Great job. Everything is shifted very nicely.
It's shifting. So I have done it for a couple reasons. And then I had Christian do the same thing. I made him go off of keto,
Which is your son?
which is my son. So I had him go off of keto to see how he would adjust. And he's been off for a good year. Almost a year. He may have gained 15 pounds.
Wow.
And most of it came during quarantine.
Wow.
And I think it's because he's steady and sitting still.
So the weight doesn't just jump back on you.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I know there's some products out there you take, you lose this weight instantly, and then all of a sudden you eat a burger and
You gain 5
you
pounds.
gain 5 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like food, and I don't like giving up things that I like. I like bacon, all the bacon, turkey bacon,
Yeah, me too.
maple bacon,
I love turkey bacon.
applewood smoked bacon.
I stopped eating pork for some years.
Yeah.
But I've been indulging recently
Oh,
over
yeah.
the last year or so. I was like, what the hell? YOLO.
You that's so true. Eat the bacon. Get a fried rib.
Yeah.
That's another thing
Why
too.
not?
Call it a lifestyle change because it's a choice. So if I want to have a weekend where I don't keto,
Yeah.
I'm going to have a weekend where I don't keto.
Sure.
I'm going to make,
Yeah.
last night I made Cajun chicken Alfredo, and it was delicious.
I'm
And
sure.
it was not a keto noodle,
Not at all.
but it was good, okay? You have to have your moment because if not, that's how you fall off track.
Right. Right.
So,
And then I'll say the same with working out. You know, it's like if you go and you do the same workout every day,
oh my.
3-4 days a week, same exact thing. You got to switch it up so you don't get bored.
Right.
And like with the keto, I had amazing success with keto. I was pushing 300 pounds, and I dropped down to 240 within like 6 months.
Yes. And the energy that comes with it.
Yes.
Because you're turning all of your food into energy as
Yes.
opposed to just storing carbs.
Storing, yeah. Yep.
And people mix it up with ketoacidosis. Like, that's not what it is.
No, not
That's
at all.
different.
That's a
not
bad
no,
thing.
no.
Yep. Right. Yeah. So, you know, and it was like you said, the energy level. The first time I did it, I was over the road truck driving, and I didn't know what it was called. I was just eating a bunch of salad, a bunch of cheese.
Some almonds.
Yep. Nuts. Just and eating often is what I was doing. The first time I did it, I didn't know, and the weight was just falling off.
Yes.
And then I was exercising as well. Just felt amazing. I drove to California and back. I drove from Illinois to California
Wow.
and back to Minnesota in 6 days.
Wow.
Right, just by myself.
Okay.
I just and then when well, just my personal experience when I would I had to work out to fall asleep.
Okay.
I just had so much
Yeah,
energy.
you have to get it out. I do too.
It was
I
ridiculous.
still do that. I do a 30-minute workout before bed.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't go to sleep, especially if I'm straight keto. For the entire week, that entire week, I will work out before I lay down every night,
Yeah.
or chamomile tea.
Wow. Similar experience. Huh? Yeah. So like right now, I'm like doing like this dirty keto and cheating a lot.
Oh, I like dirty keto.
Yeah.
Because people get upset. They're like, there's the clean version, there's a dirty version, or this keto. How you
Yeah.
keto?
Right. Yep. So I'm getting back into exercise, and I've been shredding some pounds off, but consistency is key, you know.
Right.
And I'm definitely inspired by you. I'm gonna show some of your photos, how you've transformed yourself, how your son has transformed yourself. You also have a website, correct?
I do. It's T 7-Day Keto Challenge.
Okay, that link could be in the description.
Absolutely.
So
And
click
everything
on that,
is
check it
free.
out. Everything is free. How about
Right.
that, huh?
I feel like once you figure it out, it's okay to share it.
Yeah, right.
There's
And-
some things you charge for,
Yeah.
but once you figure it out how to help people survive, and it doesn't work for everyone because everyone doesn't have the mindset to continue it. And that's okay. But if you have the mindset, you want to work for it, you like eating Wingstop chicken wings all the time, I got you.
Right. So like that being said, you said everything is free. You're putting it out there. You're putting the information out there for free. That makes me think about how black people's health is for sale.
Oh, wow.
You know, and in order to be healthy, you have to buy this product or that product
Right.
or this total life changes thing.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, everybody's selling that, and they do have some good products, but I think everything that every medicine that God wanted us to have exists in its natural form. You know?
Absolutely.
So you don't have to run to somebody's company if you really have the knowledge of what foods to eat.
Yes.
You know, and they do these cleanses and detoxes, and you know, just a little bit of fasting.
Right. Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting is as powerful as drinking these doggone laxative teas
Absolutely.
and everything like that. And those things have their place, but it's not. You don't have to spend $6 a day, $10 a day on products just so you can be healthy,
Right.
and your colon clean. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can easily clean your colon with,
with food and fasting.
spinach. A little
Yeah.
spinach.
Yep.
Will run right through you. Be good. So my thing with keto was finding alternatives. So I like bread. I like grilled cheese sandwiches. I recently ran into Aldi and they had a low carb bread, 0 carbs, all wheat.
Wow. Oh yeah, you got some stuff. You got some stuff with you.
I got some good stuff. So this is a 0 carb bread that I bought
What?
in from Aldi, but I made
Aldi.
you a Southwest turkey sandwich to try. You know,
I am so hungry right now.
but
Oh man, I'm hungry.
like we'll give you this
All right.
side. You can save this one for later.
Okay, I'm about to get started. I need you to host the show for about a minute.
He's gonna try the Southwest turkey sandwich. There's no bacon on it. It made me sad.
Oh wow. That's
See?
good.
It's so good. This company, whoever created this bread, at first I was making my own bread. And my own bread tastes real similar to this one, but I can go to Aldi and grab it for $3. I'm going to go grab it for $3. You can taste the almonds in that bread, that crunch in there.
Man,
Yep. He likes it.
good.
And then, like, I love chips. So I had to find alternatives to chips. So I bought you a few different ones. Quest is always my go-to. Cheddar and sour cream, sweet spicy chili, loaded taco. I normally use the loaded taco if I make tacos and I want to make nachos. and I dip it in there. And these are only 4 carbs, maybe 4, some of them 3 for the entire bag. So pick your poison.
Let's see them. All right, I'm gonna save the loaded taco
Okay.
for later.
Taco Tuesday.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check out these cheddar and sour cream.
And so when you get ready to eat them, the one thing I had to tell myself was, this will not be Vintners. This will not be Lay's. These are not Doritos.
Right.
This is an alternative, a healthy alternative. Which is probably why it's so hard to open the bag.
There we go.
And this is what Christian took to school every day. I would make him a turkey sandwich for lunch, and he would take the cheddar sour cream chips. And they have flavor. Yeah, Quest did a good job with those. And then we would let him figure out
man.
dessert.
ASMR.
ASMR. He needed dessert, so I had to find something. So Fiber One started creating these bars with only 2 grams of carbs. And I would give him the, the normal protein bars. He's like, Ma, these kind of taste like cardboard. And I said, well, okay, you might be right. So I found a double chocolate chip brownie through Fiber One.
This dessert
You can't
time.
push chips. It's dessert time. And those you can find at any store. Most of the Fiber One things, if you check you want to go with keto off of net carbs. So you would subtract the carbohydrates from the fiber and the sugar alcohol, and that's where you end.
Wow.
So with that, you go from 8 carbs to probably 2 or 3, and it fits in your 15.
Right. Yes.
He's gonna need water.
You know, I when I was doing my best keto magic, I would have eggs with cheese in the morning.
Yes, eggs with
Tons
cheese.
of vegetables with them. Just loaded up. So much. I do like, and this is just me. I'm a heavy guy. I would do 6 eggs.
Oh my.
Cheese, broccoli, onions, and
Bell peppers.
yeah,
Yes.
bell peppers just loaded. And then I couldn't even finish it. I couldn't finish it.
That's
It's
right.
like, oh man! But all together, it was very low carb. It was and relatively low calories. You know,
Absolutely.
that big huge bowl of eggs with all those vegetables
Yeah.
is less carbs, less calories than a Big Mac.
Absolutely.
You know what
And
I
it's so fulfilling. And if you did the intermittent fasting, that would be your first meal of the day anyway. It'll
Right.
be about noon or 1 o'clock, and you need it to be massive.
Yes.
And yeah, I like it. I
Yeah,
like
it's
a,
like
big
yeah.
garbage salad with everything in it. Just
Yeah.
put everything
Put
in
it all
it.
in there. Yep. Just chop it all up
Yes.
and get it in there.
A whole lot of
Oh,
ranch.
this is
on
really
it.
good.
It is really good, surprisingly. That's another good one. And then like mornings, like if I wanted a snack, I would go the shakes. You know, they have shakes. So I went to GNC, and this has turned out to be my favorite. Strawberries and cream and Swiss chocolate. There's only 2 carbs in the entire bottle. Entire
Okay, I
bottle.
gotta try this too. You know
So that one's Swiss chocolate. This one's strawberries and cream.
Which one do you like better? It's cold.
Strawberries and cream. I chug it. Or they have a salted caramel through Quest. Oh my! I'm gonna have to find
Salted
that one.
caramel, huh?
Yes, that one's also amazing.
I think Quest makes a pizza.
They do. I have yet to try it because I make the fathead dough and make my own pizza most times.
And what kind of dough do you use?
I actually use almond flour, mozzarella cheese, and cream cheese seasonings. And it's a lot stickier, so you have to really get in there and kind of make it work for you, set it up, and you can make bagels, pizza dough, all of this off of the same recipe.
And I think it's and I think it's like a well kept secret
Right.
that you can make. All you got to do is change the flour. In a lot of
So true.
recipes.
That's so true. Shift to almond flour. Shift to coconut flour.
Yes.
But coconut flour do not match to the other flour because
Okay.
1 tablespoon of coconut flour is like a cup of regular flour. It expands. So, yeah, I had a surprise in my oven before. Don't do that. Don't do
Okay. All right. Be careful with the coconut
Careful
flour.
with the coconut flour.
And then, you have your website. Lots of great information there.
I post recipes. I post 7 days how to get started, what you can eat, what you should not eat. I also post that you need to give yourself a cheat day after your first 20 pounds. Drop those first 20 and then make Saturday your go-to day or whatever day you choose.
Awesome.
And that day, and then you'll find yourself also being upset because you can't eat what you used to eat.
Right.
Because your body has shifted drastically in those first 7 days. Your body says, I don't want 3 cheeseburgers. I may just want 1.5.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you'll be angry. You'll have a headache. You'll be annoyed.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a such thing called a keto flu. It comes down like a sore throat and a headache.
Yep.
But if you get bone broth, which is the same as chicken broth, and you drink that every morning, it'll kill it. So you won't have to take pills or medicine. And if you do, you go buy some white willow bark. It's literally the bark of a tree, but it's nature's medicine. And it works. It will kill a headache faster than ibuprofen.
Wow.
White willow bark.
White willow bark. I'll make sure I get that in the description also. Excuse me. So with the so when I first heard about keto, it was I saw my cousin. He was showing one of his meals. He had some avocados on the plate.
Yeah.
He had some vegetables, and he had, I think, like a couple eggs with a bunch of cheese on it. And I was like, and he was telling me, I was like, that's a lot of fat, man. What are you doing eating all that fat?
Oh, yeah, because they say fat is bad.
Right, fat is bad.
Healthy
right?
fat is good.
It is.
I will drive to Amish country for butter.
Wow.
Because it's straight from the cow and it's milk and it's good. Okay.
Wow, yeah.
I will get good Irish butter. Kerrygold is a good brand.
Yeah.
A few other ones, but we were raised on margarine. We were
Yep.
raised to think
cheaper.
that, yeah, I can't believe it's not butter because it's not.
It's not.
Hello.
Yeah.
Vegetable oil, those things.
This is good.
That is really good.
This is so tasty.
So real butter.
I'm not hungry anymore.
He's full. His other sandwiches over there.
Okay, yep. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna be checking that out as soon as we stop recording. I'm gonna eat everything.
Yeah, so real butter, real fat, good fat. Avocado is an amazing fat
Yes.
if you can stomach it. A
Right.
lot of people don't like the texture of avocado.
Yeah.
I like guacamole. I'll take those loaded taco chips. Give me some guacamole. I'll take any of the chips and put it in
Oh
guacamole.
man, that's a great snack.
I make deviled eggs a lot.
Yes, cheat. That's a cheat. Now, what about fat bombs? Do you do fat bombs?
I did fat bombs once and I was not a fan. I think I did it wrong.
Okay.
So I probably should give it a go again. And then also gummy bears. I've seen people make fat bomb gummy bears.
Ah, interesting.
So I'm missing out. And now you also, there's people that drink. So you want to know, what can I drink?
Yeah.
Straight liquor.
Right.
You can go get whiskey off the shelf. You can go get Maker's Mark, Hennessy,
Yep.
any of that. Straight vodka,
Right.
and you can drink it. You just don't want to mix it with the sugary drinks.
Right.
However, Minute Maid just created a sugar-free pink lemonade and a regular lemonade.
Oh, they're trying to get that coin, huh?
Exactly. So now you can take your Ciroc or your 1800 and put it.
on some lemonade. Ooh-wee. You know, sometimes I use flavored water, 0
Okay.
calorie, and a lot of people say to stay away from the artificial
The
sweeteners.
sucralose and them.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that. Anything that's like completely man-made probably
Right.
comes with some drawbacks.
mhm.
You know, what about you? I've heard, and I'm not sure, but I've heard that stevia, might be one of the best.
Yeah, because it
ones.
comes from pretty much the closest to nature would be
Okay.
stevia. Monk fruit is another
Oh,
one.
I've seen them, but I've never had one.
Stevia, monk fruit, and swerve.
Oh no,
Swerve.
I was thinking jackfruit. What did
Oh,
you?
I saw the jackfruit. Jackfruit or
Yeah,
the I seen those.
that's weird. You
Monk
said
fruit.
mock fruit.
Yep, MONK fruit. It's
Oh,
actually a
monk
sweetener.
fruit.
I don't understand the name
Yeah.
because it's literally a sweetener.
Hmm.
But the stevia drops I will use. I made keto cheesecake the other day. So I use Swerve, which is pretty good. It has no aftertaste. I can't handle the aftertaste
Yeah.
of some of the man-made products.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
So, and then a couple drops of the stevia and boom,
Oh
cheesecake.
wow. Awesome.
I didn't bring you any cheesecake.
Yeah, man. Where's my cheesecake at?
I forgot the cheesecake.
Just hit my line when,
Right.
when you hey, you make some. I'm mobile.
Yes. See, I'm go-to
Yeah.
spinach. Well, what's my go-to? Salmon and broccoli.
Oh man,
Because
you
I can
can't
eat
miss.
that every day.
You can't miss.
Can. And then I created a salmon taco, like a jerk salmon
No.
taco. And now I
No.
can't stop eating that.
Wow. But it's safe, you know.
It is.
And when and then a lot of things that might seem healthy, and they relatively are, like beans.
Right.
They have a decent amount of fiber. Black beans being the best
Oh, yeah.
from what I recall. But you don't want to eat a big huge bowl of beans. That's still too many carbs.
Right.
You know, you can work some beans in. And like you were saying earlier, fruit. Oh, a banana. That's good
Oh,
for you,
my.
right?
Oh,
That's-
my.
yeah, that's
Ooh.
bananas are healthy.
You ever notice when people
Oranges
blood
are
sugar drops, they give them a banana?
Yeah.
Because there's a massive amount of sugar in that
Yes.
banana.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
makes you think.
Yeah, I do outreach work and the stuff that we feed those people is just ridiculous,
I know.
man. And we have to give them what's donated to us, and I'd rather them have a meal than no meal at all.
Yeah.
But you know, they stuff cookies and those
Everything.
bags, and you know, people are walking up because we have a nurse on the bus,
Okay.
so they're like, "Oh yeah, I need to check my blood sugar," and yeah, let me get 2 more cups of that lemonade, which is just straight up sugar. So it's like, you know, you hear lemonade, lemons, healthy, right?
Healthy. Aid. Healthy. No, not
Yeah.
at all.
So
I
it's-
started drinking alkaline water.
Oh, you
Try
know,
to find the best one. I started making my own
really?
for a minute.
You got one of them your digs, one of them woo wop the bands?
I do not
No.
have a pitcher, some limes, and some
Okay.
Himalayan sea salt,
Oh, okay.
and created my own. But I went to Atlanta, and I was hanging out with a friend, and I've never tasted this water that they gave me was the best alkaline water I've ever had. And they're convinced that it's because it came in a glass bottle. So now I want to shift all my water to glass bottles and see
Yeah.
if it shifts the taste of.
Wow.
Because water does have a taste. When people say all water tastes the same,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No.
There's this one water that I have when we're doing our outreach work. I will not touch it.
Yeah.
It's just it tastes chalky.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
There's some taste like metal in it. It's,
Yeah, because it probably it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, I noticed, right? I left a bottle, a case of water in the car this past winter, and I allowed it to completely freeze. Brought it inside, and it started melting.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it started melting, there was particles
floating.
floating around in it. And then when it finished melting, you couldn't see them anymore.
Mm-hmm. They
They
just,
turned invisible again. It was something to do with it freezing, and whatever they put in it
yeah.
clumped up,
Oh my.
and then when it thawed out, you couldn't see it anymore. So I don't know if it's plastic particles,
Could be.
minerals, whatever they're putting it, but it was little white little things in there, and I didn't want to drink it,
Yeah.
but when it unthawed, I actually threw the whole case away.
Of course.
I was like,
At that point,
but now I'm still convinced. I want to do the experiment again. I'm convinced that it's in every one of them.
it's in all of them.
So like you said, glass
Yes.
is non-porous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not going to get particles of glass in your food,
Right.
glass or metal.
Right.
Especially, I've heard copper is really, really good as a.
So like the Moscow Mule cups.
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's where I drink my water out of.
Yeah, and also you have to know that most of those cups are stainless steel on the inside.
Oh.
So if you really want to drink copper, you have to make sure it's a 100% copper vessel.
Okay.
I got some somewhere.
Somewhere. We have
I
to
was
find them.
I was swearing by it for a while,
Yeah.
and it was during the time I was vegan for about like 8 months,
Yeah.
and I was just trying all this different healthy stuff,
Oh,
black
yeah.
seed oil, and
Oh my goodness, my friend also introduced me to this immune defense, like oregano oil, spraying it underneath your tongue,
oh,
and
excuse me,
it's absolutely disgusting, and stayed with me for hours.
wow,
But I think it works.
wow,
Another one of just nature's healing medicine. It's just-
exactly,
but it was terrible.
yeah, you know, and like you said, nature's healing methods, right? So, we are in general, especially in the Western world,
Mm-hmm.
we are so subscribed to this modern medicine that whatever a doctor says goes. So if a doctor
yeah.
says, "Here, take these pills," you take them.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel worse, you go back to the doctor and you say, "Hey, I feel worse. You got something else?" He gives you something else.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to nature's remedies, you know, we want to call it witchcraft or
Right. Right.
something
Yeah.
crazy like
Yeah.
that. Like, how is spraying this under my tongue gonna do anything?
Right.
You know, I need some damn medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas,
Psychological.
yeah. So, and then with fasting, right? My mom recently she had a an infection in her intestines.
Okay.
So the first day she comes into the hospital, they didn't make a final call, but they didn't give her any food or any water.
Okay.
Second day, they said, "Okay, I think we might have to do surgery." Still, no food, no water. They gave her antibiotics though, which in acute situations very important and it can save your life.
Right.
But my point is, they had made her fast, and she started to feel better.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just shoving it in, and that's the same thing with dogs and cats and other animals. If they're sick, they just stop eating
Right.
and allow their body's time to heal itself, or they just eat a little grass. We're like, okay, I'm sick. I gotta eat something.
Right. Immediately, I have to drink some ginger ale.
Right,
'Cause
ginger-
Grandma said it works.
Yeah, ginger ale. Well, yeah, the ginger in there is good for you.
Yeah.
How about some ginger tea?
Not the ale.
Yeah,
Just the ginger. No.
yeah, all that sugar in there. Even if you get the diet one.
No, but that's I had eczema really, really bad as a kid growing up. I still have it. I'm able to control it. I have scarring everywhere, and all of my scars come from eczema. My mom tried so many different medications. I had steroid after steroid after. Try this with oatmeal in it. It'll help. And then I wake up and I can't move my hands. They're stuck like this because my body shouldn't have the oatmeal. So I went away and I actually healed myself from
Wow.
the inside out.
Wow.
I can have a breakout and know what to do immediately. Actually, I know what to do before I have a breakout because I know what starts the breakouts. So it's just it's a choice. Do I eat this whole block of cheese knowing I'm going to itch?
Right.
Do I eat this
Yeah.
chocolate knowing what's coming? But
Yeah.
I literally healed myself from the inside out. I went on a heavy fast and used some certain foods that I ate. Miso soup, kombucha.
Oh yeah. I never had miso soup, but I'm with the kombucha.
Miso will clean you from the inside out for sure.
What's in it?
It is, I call it Japanese healing ointment.
Wow.
It's really fermentation. It's the fermentation of what they use, which is what helps.
Gotcha.
So
How's
I
the taste?
like nothing.
Really?
I mean, you can season it to your taste. For me, some people drink miso and they go, "Oh, this is really good." For me, I'm like, I probably need to add some salt and pepper in here, a little
Okay.
bit of this.
Yeah.
But no, I did meat, and I ate the same thing every single day for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I noticed my skin shifting. I noticed I didn't have to put much cream on. I noticed I wasn't just randomly picking and scratching at myself.
Wow.
Let me keep going. So by the time I moved back home and people would see me, they'd look and go, "What happened to your eczema?" Because you know that's what they call it. It's really eczema.
Yeah.
And I did that from the inside out. So when I see people struggling with psoriasis or eczema,
Yeah.
I'm actually in the middle of writing a book
All right.
to put all of that good stuff in there, because
Excellent.
I feel like when you have it, you should give it to the world.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's okay not to profit off of it.
Right.
This may be one of those things that I do profit off of because Western medicine says I'm wrong.
Right.
So I don't have a medical degree. I don't have doctors backing me up to sign the back of the book and say, this is what you go to. I have personal experience.
Right.
So I can take someone with eczema and help them figure it out.
See, and that's the thing. Like, and just piggybacking off what you said, people try to use topical ointments.
Oh, yeah.
They use pain medication to stop their pain, which is really just like putting a piece of tape over your check engine light
Oh, my goodness.
in your car. You know, if your car is overheating and you put some tape over it, now it's not overheating anymore. You're good.
It's gone.
Right? So the real remedy for the car or for your body is to go under the hood and fix the problem.
Ooh.
You know, instead of just saying, "Oh no, I'm gonna just turn the music up."
I can't hear it.
If I
It's
can't-
smoking. I close my eyes.
right? But it's still smoking. The problem's still there.
Right.
So it's also important to fix it from the inside out. You know, taking pain medication is just turning off the warning lights.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not ever addressing the
Yeah.
problem. You know, and carrying 45 extra pounds.
Around the midsection, especially.
Yes, is just like very detrimental. So, people, you know, I don't fat shame,
Right.
but I'm honest. You know, it's not. You might feel okay. You might be relatively healthy, but if you're carrying an extra 100 pounds on you, you know that's a recipe for cancer,
Yeah.
diabetes. It's a recipe for sickness and premature death.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said, fix it from the inside
Right.
out.
If you know that you have an issue, if you know that you have high blood pressure, if you know that these things are happening, it's time to shift your mentality. You have to shift it starts in your head. Because you can say it all day, and then you get that salad in front of you and you forget the salad. I want the salad. I need some caramel cake.
Yeah, right.
I'm that person. I might
Yeah.
eat the salad and the cake, actually.
Right.
But no, I had my uncle passed away a couple years ago. He
My
had
condolences.
cancer, stage 4, in 3 areas of his body. So I took the unorthodox approach as opposed to what my grandmother was saying, different people were saying. I was the closest to get to him. There's other family members that were there with him, of course. There's a lot of us, and we're very supportive. But I knew THC, or THC?
Yeah.
I knew CBD and things like that would help him with chemo. It would help him want to eat. He lived 3 years with stage 4 cancer in 3 areas of his body
Wow.
because he was having smoke sessions.
Yeah.
But and it was okay
Right.
because people give marijuana I've heard a lot of people say marijuana is a gateway drug. I think whatever you put in your body, it's a choice. Do I think sometimes things enhance that? Yes. However, there's something about things that come from the earth that can assist you.
Absolutely.
And it's okay to say that.
Yeah.
Everything is not bad if it's something that helps. I would never shame him. I knew what he wanted to do. And I'm like, oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it. Like,
Exactly.
whatever keeps you, that gave him that hope. It kept him alive.
Yeah.
It made him want to eat some chicken wings. So, because he was literally starving himself from the inside out. You have chemo, you're too tired, you're exhausted, you're
Right.
in pain. You don't want to eat, you don't want to sleep because it hurts.
Yes.
So, if I give him a couple gummy bears
Right.
or a brownie
Yeah.
or a pen
Yep.
or a real fat blunt,
Right. Yeah.
he's eating and he's happy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And like that, I believe like methods like chemotherapy can sometimes do more harm than good.
Right.
There's certain stages of cancer where it might be your only choice,
Right.
you know, but correcting those things earlier on in life, and sometimes it has nothing to do
Oh yeah.
with what you're doing.
It can be genetic.
It can be genetics. It could be just the air you're breathing. You know, it's too much of this, too much of that.
Absolutely.
The water you're drinking. So it's not like everybody who gets cancer, it's all their fault.
Right.
And I hate when people say that.
Right.
Or not even say that, insinuate that.
Absolutely.
You know, but there are things you can do to slow it or prevent it altogether. Have you heard of RSO, Rick Simpson oil? It's a full plant marijuana extract.
Oh my.
It's very, very potent.
Okay.
It's
Will it kill COVID-19?
oh, that's a good question. They were actually, that's funny you asked that. They were doing some tests with RSO and COVID-19.
And COVID-19.
And it was effective. Right? Now, I don't know. I read the article, and I couldn't tell you who did the test or how accurate it was, but it sounded pretty legit. And I went back to read the article again. I shared it, and then they took the article down.
Okay.
Like,
Kind of like
oh,
a
boy.
Dr. Sebi thing.
Yeah. Yep. And as far as Dr. Sebi, Dr. Sebi, whatever you want to call him, that man was a genius, right? And I disagree with some of the things that he said.
Right.
Like you have to get rid of the mucus in your body, right?
Right.
Now, if you get rid of all the mucus in your body, you'll die. Your body needs mucus in your nose, your anus, your ears. You need mucus. But what I think he should have been saying is get rid of unhealthy mucus or excess mucus.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people say they're turned off by that because he says get rid of mucus. Like,
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you hear somebody say something, you throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
So I'm not willing to do that with him. Most of the stuff he said is 100% valid. What a powerful man, you know.
Yeah.
And that should be more common knowledge. Just what foods to eat, you know. And preventative measures. They say I think it's a Chinese proverb: let your food be your medicine.
Oh yeah.
And let your medicine be your food.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just that simple.
Oh my.
You smoke cigarettes and you drink Pepsi all day, and and eat chips, and drink Kool-Aid, and then eat pizza.
And expect to win a weightlifting contest. Not gonna happen.
It's not gonna
Your lungs
happen.
can't take you that far with lifting weight.
Yeah, I heard this this book I read. It's called I think it's called Maximum Human Performance.
Okay.
And it says if you have a race car, you wouldn't pull up to the corner store gas station and just put regular fuel in it.
Right.
You need the optimal fuel in that car, right? So if you take a cup of sugar and you put a cup of sugar in that $1 million car,
Oh my.
it's going to shut down,
Mhm.
right? So that's what we're doing to our bodies.
Yeah.
Literally putting sugar in it,
Mhm.
just pouring it in.
Wow.
And you know, it's not going to shut down off 1 cup of Kool-Aid,
Right.
but a couple thousand of
Absolutely.
them.
Yeah.
You're going to see some issues. And then they're going to say, you know what, the first thing they're going to say is, here, take this pill. It'll make you
This'll
all
help it.
better. Here, you need this shot.
I will tell you, and then they say it's expensive. Like lifestyle change is expensive. It's really not,
It's not.
because that loaf of bread is the same as the other loaf of bread.
Yes.
And it's produce. You go to the market.
Yep.
Don't go to the grocery store. Find you a farmer's market. Every city has a farmer's market. Pull
Yep.
up. You can purchase a bushel of spinach for $1.80 instead of the one in the bag at the grocery store that they've washed and sprayed and you
Yeah.
don't know what's on it.
What's on it? Right.
Even the ones that say organic, I question.
Yeah.
And that could just be cynical,
Yeah.
because I've seen, by living in Indiana, I see a lot of crops and a lot of corn, a lot of things, and I see what they're spraying. I don't know what they're spraying.
Exactly, right.
But I can see what you're spraying. So I think it makes me cynical as far as fruits and veggies in the grocery store.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do have a farm that I frequent. I get my eggs from them.
Wow.
They taste so much better than the eggs out of the grocery store when you get it straight from the chicken.
Oh, wow.
So good. And I'll go to Amish country and get butter,
Wow. Yeah.
which is really good.
Oh, man. Where's the butter? Ain't nothing else,
No butter in there.
nothing else down in the bag over here? Dang. Let me not be ungrateful. I've been showered in delicious gifts. And
With treats. And
Yeah,
and I'm
thank
going to
you.
leave the bread for you,
oh, yeah.
because I have
Cool.
3 more loaves at home.
Excellent. Oh, wow.
I should have made you a grilled cheese.
Mm.
I should have did that.
No, it's all good. I'll make one.
Okay.
I haven't been able to find. Well, I haven't been to Aldi's in a while, but I haven't been able to find this bread.
I know. And they
Oh.
have it in multi-seed and then a wheat version. They don't taste too far off. They taste the same pretty
Yeah,
much.
I like bread.
I like bread.
I haven't been able to indulge.
The
Zero net
pasta,
carb.
I have yet to find one that I like.
Okay.
So it's kind of one of those things where you don't promote what you don't like.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
the pasta I found that with 0 carbs, they have a pop. Do you know those almost like these little lychee balls? They come from like the frozen yogurt place, and you bite it and it's
Yes.
liquid on the inside.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how the pasta makes me feel, and I don't like. I am a texture person. Shrimp I don't eat. Texture.
Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like shrimp because of the texture.
The texture.
Yeah.
A lobster, crab.
It's a no-go for you, huh? There's nothing but bugs of the sea, man. Water bugs.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, big old.
And they
water
charge
monsters.
a lot of money for lobster
Yeah.
when you can just go grab one. Just go to Maine,
Yeah, right.
Delaware.
Yep.
Jump in there.
Yep.
a couple.
Washington State.
Oh yeah.
They're known for their seafood, crab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was out there. I had some delicious salmon fresh out of the water. It was so good. My
Atlantic
cousin put it
salmon.
on the grill. Oh man.
I am a fan of salmon
Yes.
for sure.
Indeed. Looks like we're approaching and the end of the show here. It went so well and it was so smooth that
That's
it
what
doesn't
we
even-
do.
Yeah, right. It doesn't even seem like we've been here talking this long. So, but to wrap up, some of the things we talked about will be in the links will be in the description. How you can get in touch with Latina, and just go down there and click away. Check it out. Do your research.
Right.
Try it out.
Mm-hmm.
And last thing I'll say before I hand it over to you is that there's different types of hunger.
Yeah.
There's the boredom hunger. There's the hunger where, you got a little bit of room in there and you feel something moving around down there. You're like, let me put some more food in here. Then there's like a real hunger where you need nutrition.
Right.
That's the only time you should eat. And then there's like a super hunger, like after a fast or something, where you're really, really hungry. But I say ignore the first two. Only eat when you're actually hungry.
Yeah.
That's that's something that I still struggle with. I'm about to eat everything on this table,
I don't blame
and I'm
you.
not even hungry right now.
That is some real solid advice.
Yeah.
I am a bored hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely a bored hungry, and then eat it. And I'm like, now my stomach hurt. So I was just bored. But
Yeah.
no.
So anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
People, I will tell you to try it. Try keto. Give it a try. If you can't make it all 7 days, try a few days and see how it benefits you. Women, measure yourself because you will drop inches quicker than pounds. Throw your scale out the window. Not really, but
Right.
put it away.
I get you.
Put the scale away because you'll see your midsection shifting a lot faster than those numbers. And no, you know what, men as well,
Yeah.
because I've went through that struggle also. And you'll see your body changing. Give it a chance. Create a lifestyle change, not a diet. If you keep
Yes.
saying diet, diets end.
Yes. Temporary.
That's
Yeah.
so true. Lifestyle changes, you're changing it, and then you get to add in things that you like. You can go get that slice of key lime pie. You'll figure it out. I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I figure it out. I'll go get it. I won't go get it. But you get to do, once you shift your mentality, everything else will fall into place in all sectors of life. Relationships,
Indeed.
job, education, school, lifestyle changes with food, family, friends. Once you shift your mindset, everything else will follow.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. It's powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on
You
the
are
show.
so welcome.
And look forward to having you on again.
I'll come back once I figure out how to make keto lasagna.
Oh,
Right.
there we go. So you got to find that pasta that
Nice
works for
pick.
you. The keto pasta.
It
that
means I'm
works
going to have
for
to
you.
taste them.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you like you said, you go figure
Figure
it
it
out. Yep. So thank you everybody for watching. Whoever made it through here, hopefully you got something from this.
Yeah.
I'm your host, King Troy Thompson, and please, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, share it, and try keto. Try push yourself.
Yeah.
Try healthier things. Try fasting. You know, it's not going to kill you. You know, not eating, it might be a little discomfort, but try a 24-hour fast. Try it. See it. And guess what? When you wake up that next morning, you're gonna be just fine.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah. Just and sometimes it just takes baby steps. Just
Yeah.
cut out the sugar.
Yeah.
How about just try that? You don't have to go full on keto. Just try that. But I do suggest that you do go full on keto. But if you don't feel like you can, take baby steps.
That's right.
You know, and check out Latina's website, which it will definitely be in the description. Click on that. And yeah, we're gonna go out to some music. And once again, thank you for being on,
You are welcome.
and thank you for
I
watching.
had fun.
Yes. All right. Peace and love, y'all. Until next time.